We are underway.
Tyler Mars certainly wants this version of
First game as a head coach after contact. Clark diving in.
Caitlin Clark to attack Cardoso.
Cardoso out of here with more shooting. Meanwhile, Clark points scored or assisted upon. Clark meets Reese on a screen. Here's Nurse, catch, fire. Can't move. Boston can't finish. Clark around us, lob it in. Howard, good.
Sold a season ago.
Angel,
15-foot area.
Clark
Able to attack and drive to the basket.
transfer to LSU. Bob Mitchell, nice job by Kelsey. Was being held off by two players. Mitchell so speedy. Nice position. Reese will fire again, given some space. Barging.
Get to the offensive glass as well.
The other way. Vandersloot lays.
You can see the difference in Chicago in terms.
Mitchell will fire. Break. Only Asia Wilson average more. Here's Nurse, another one. That one casters as well. Here's Howe.
Taking care of the ball and finding
Focuses she has for Clark at the weapons. And it's going to be more of a, that's what we call a high-class problem. Angel Reese gets denied the heart, feeding Boston, who for the game. About this as she loves rivalries, loves them as a sports. As they drove by the high school, she said it's going to be her rival high school. Boston, Clark, Howard, along with Atkins. A season acquisition for Chicago.
long defender.
Natasha Howard. Here's Atkins. And we'll get a brief. Turner, who took with Chicago. Sydney Colson elevating and from the floor. Williams push, working on Yanwede. The push one threw it behind Mitchell. Vandersloot. Mitchell connects
With the way the ball is moving for the field.
Allen on Yanwede. Their attempt, Chicago in this first quarter. Howard front. Here's Atkins. Ever played with, love the dynamic. On Yanwede. Fading away. Mitchell hopping through. Liberty in Indiana from Courtney Williams last night.
Wow,
We're Tulsi Plum with 37 in the nightcap for Caitlin Clark to be able to find. It's not on target. Sit ahead. Reese goes in.
About keeping them locked in transition.
Tyler Marsh joining us as denied by Banham, but Hulse. Allen after a big. Oh, what a look. And Hull.
Caitlin Clark knew the hesitation was coming.
Here's Clark racing to East will fire the three.
Have to defend her. You know that she can post.
This will fire away. The veteran off to the race.
Incredible. You know, the way the league is in good hands with this young Clark.
Guarded by Boston fakes and late. Banham using the court. Sidestepping two. Without the three. Ho will take.
Facilitating. Get that defensive board. Go ahead.
The Gamecocks go. And Boston gets fouled a couple of times in the lead up to this season. Is Clark, little mid-range, center of the lane, nice dish. Clark off Vandersloot with a lot of space. Our catch, fire, dumps it in. Howard sheds fair. The game, she said, Howard's one of those players.
And Howard's been like that her whole career. There's a buffet of
in the corner. Nerd
times when there's been an inbound in the front.
Joel drive to Boston. Her jumper. Indiana, it's 11. Save it. What a dish by
basket. This is an improved.
Was 11th of 12 in defense.
Fake and drive, that time hitting the mid-range.
16th year. Shoot. Clark drives it. Games of the WNBA app with no subscription. Fake from Boston, who lays the fling ahead. Porter had one of her blocks taken. Point, Indiana lead. Allen.
Got caught up for a second on it.
Here's Clark around the screen.
And Caitlin Clark a couple times as a result.
I think it's been exhausted, Rebecca. Working behind Howard, wanted her to roll. Chicago shooting just 26%.
Clark talked about how this first.
Stephanie White was talking with us about a lot of new key pieces as
fouls.
Vandersloot overcooked it. Boston, we is up 2-for-1 opportunity for Indiana. Free actions, all that and more coming up.
Value to the team is as both ends of the floor at the 4 position.
The Liberty 2 with Dallas and now back. Shot clock turned off. Fires. You bet.
Our switches.
All right, Steph, thanks a lot. Last 2 seasons was the coach of the year. As the shot clock expires.
You know I love talking about
Natasha Howard.
You humor me and I.
Mitchell finds Howard. Reese pounding in the lane. Clark guarded by Reese. Howard.
Just great perimeter defense by the big.
Bringing in Howard, bringing in WNBA. Atkins, Drew. This league, here's Bonner. Working Boston. Boston gets.
But her coach, Tyler Marsh, told us earlier to hoop more, see her more.
Development coach in the end. How are you feeling first game as a head coach? Becky Hammond in Vegas, and also the 5 to shoot. Nice look. Bouncing, what a find. Atkins. Howard with 15 points.
Average double-digit assists.
Mark off the Howard screen. Bounces. Chicago. Nerves.
Going to be finishing those.
And Stephanie White rumbles inside. And Reese spinning. Boston. Angel Reese has 12 rebounds. Travel to take on the Seattle Storm.
Which she would prefer, because as a post player
In that game against the Lynx, we talked about how good
time to develop, it's always
Andersluth step back here. That bucket. Rebecca Allen trying to explain why she felt like a flagrant or a T rather than
Yes.
not. Angel Reese, a double. Alyssa Thomas with more as Bonner lead in the first half. Her media day photo. Now Skylar had a dramatic jump. We talked about not just wanting to put on that
It's
muscle.
all very interesting.
Yes, maybe. Boston will fire a 3. He drills one in the season. Williams bodies in. Williams finds Boston in. 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Great look. Allen feeds her on the roll. Boston put gets unable to lay it in, but screen. Allen to Hull against New York, and that was when as Caitlin Clark with Angel Reese.
Party poopers, this league of ours, when it comes.
Now, 51 Colson, 6 Howard. That's how you. Final minute of the third. Bonner dumps it in, and a foul on from Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton, the rest of the Pacers. Howard deflected, done. The Thunder and Denver. An incredible series. And a foul on not discourage her teammates at times.
Trying to lead their franchises. What stands out about the inspiration from her
I watch everything, and
on Wednesday? What does that mean to you?
it'll be a lot of fun, and look forward to competing the last couple of years and having some experience.
Up after that Clark 3, leading Mitchell from Banham, or Reese swims in. First rookie to ever record 1. Now bounces to her. Ball. Here's Clark. Clark firing and wants it. Mitchell takes.
And it's rebounding.
Oh, Clark. Backdoor pushes it up. Howard with 15. Contested team. Can't bank it in the fourth. Reese on the interior. Here's Mitchell. What a straight Elite Eights in college. Using the Clark screw. Couldn't get it off. And a at TCU. For Boston. Here's Howard. Howard will shoot her 9th and 10th thing Clark. At LSU is
Are trying to get forward in this game.
To the scorers table, getting ready to check in. Onion waiting, lift, leaning, and backfire. Short. Rebound. Where she left off. How about some of the stat line? The floor is Colson.
Effectively together that some of the other championship favorites
We're just tickled. That is, yeah.
assume a bigger role as the year goes on. And I know we've seen some good minutes on.
And how about
For Cardoso and Reese, although
those double-doubles in a season?
defensive end.
Points, 9 boards, tips in late.
Free agency this past season.
Atkins, Drew, gold medalist and champion in this league. Here's Bonner. Cardoso working Boston. Boston gets
Been an all-star, she's been an Olympian, but her coach Tyler Marsh told us earlier this year she's also focusing on getting to the hoop more, see her more.
Marsh, who's been an elite player development coach in the NBA between these leagues. How are you feeling first game as a head coach? In the way I was prepared by Becky Hammond in Vegas, and also the off to Boston. 5 to shoot. Nice look. Clark spinning. Bouncing. What a find. Atkins. Howard with 15 points.
I think this is a year Caitlin Clark could average double-digit assists. Finish.
Here's Clark off the Howard screen. Bounces. Looked like Nurse kicked it. No call. A couple of seasons in New York. Back with Chicago. Nurse.
Bonner. In a typical situation, she's going to be finishing those.
And Stephanie White talked in. Fakes the jumper. Rumbles inside. And
Really well against the bigger Cardoso.
Reese spinning. Is Clark dumping it into Boston. Boston get 4 blocks now. Meanwhile, Angel Reese has 12 rebounds. Paige Beckers and the Dallas Wings travel to take on the Seattle Storm. ESPN.
We'll have to ask Caitlin which she would prefer, because as a post player,
You observed from the Wings in that game against the Lynx. We talked about how good
rookies, I think we got to give them a little bit of time to develop. It's always
Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back. Smirk on her face after that bucket. Rebecca Allen will maintain the basketball for a team. Stephanie White is still trying to explain why she felt like the side of giving a flagrant or a tee rather than
yes,
not.
it goes into a zone look.
Angel Reese, a double, second most ever. Only Alyssa Thomas with more. Has been rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks. Bonner lead. One field goal attempt in the first half. The difference in her media day photo, a grown woman's body. Now, Skylar had a dramatic jump, really high level as a rookie, but she talked about not just wanting to put on that muscle this season and into the playoffs.
That's all very interesting.
Yes.
Or maybe worldwide.
Maybe. 6 to shoot. Here's Boston, will fire a 3. He's a year ago, 4 as a rookie, drills 1 in the season. Indiana lead. Williams, bodies in. Clark looking to take Williams, finds Boston in. Clark has 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Vandersloot, great look. Allen on Clark using the Boston screen, feeds her on the roll. Boston put Howard. Gets off the inbound. Hull unable to lay it in, but Clark gets over the screen. Allen. Here's Boston. Out to Hull. Minnesota, and then I had a triple-double against New York, and that was when adults as well, and we're starting to win as a team as Caitlin Clark won after her interaction with Angel Reese.
Such party poopers, this league of ours, when it comes. From Colson, like, what me?
Now, so number 3 on Howard, 51 Colson, 6 Howard. That's how you back to Duntas. Final minute of the third. Bonner dumps it in, and a foul on a well-diversified attack here from Indiana.
Long inside.
Only on ABC. See Tyrese Halliburton, the rest of the pace. Here's Howard, deflected, done between the Thunder and Denver.
The Joker gets it done.
Been an incredible series. And a foul on to have her improve upon that, to not discourage her teammates at times, but having an impactful day.
Develop something special of 2 people who are trying to lead their franchises. What stands out about point guards I've ever seen? Do you take any inspiration from her?
It works the same way. So, yeah, I watch everything. And
you guys start the Eastern Conference Finals on Wednesday. What does that mean to you?
you know, a part of another year of adding on to that will be a lot of fun, and look forward to competing. Impact winning the right way, I think, over the last couple of years and having some experience.
Thank you, Holly Crowd fired up after that Clark 3. 1 rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell from Banham. Vandersloot down the floor. Reese swims in. 1 in the third quarter. Last year had 2 triple doubles, the first rookie to ever record 1. Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her. Ball. Here's Clark. Here's Clark firing. And Mitchell wrestles it away. Clark wants it. Mitchell takes.
Right now, Caitlin needs to have one focus, and it's rebounding.
Oh, Bonner's trying to get it. Mitchell backdoor pushes it up. 11 boards. Natasha Howard with 15. Here's Howard. Contested two. Bonner leaning. Can't bank it in. The fight of third rejection and then a fourth. Reese on the interior looked up and said, I'll get you in. Here's Mitchell. What a... Went to 5 straight Elite Eights in Cop. Bonner using the Clark screen. Bonner with 2 to shoot. Couldn't get it off. And it
Seems to come over.
LSU. And then a year at TCU. His 13th rebound for Boston. Here's Howard. Just picks up her 4th. Howard will shoot her 9th and 10th. Van Lith guarding Clark. This is a member of Louisville, and then at LSU is.
But I do like that the Indiana Fever are trying to get it for in this game.
Tamira Stuntis goes to the scorer's table, getting ready to check in. Here is Bonner. Sheer. Onion waiting. Here's Van Lith leaning and Clark behind the back, fires short. Get one, meaning get that rebound. Picking up right where she left off. There's 4 blocks for Caitlin Clark. How about some of the stat line? Blocks, 8 of 12 from the floor as Colson.
We've seen them switch defensively effectively. They don't have the experience together that some of the other championship favorites.
Pick of this year's draft, the Fever were just tickled that Timpson has Duntis,
during the preseason, but she's going to assume a bigger role as the year goes on about what kind of a competitor she is. And I know we've seen some good minutes from Courtney Vandersloot as the year goes on.
And how about
to open up a lot more opportunities for Cardoso and Reese, although
Reese, who had the 2nd most double-doubles in a season.
7 of her boards on the offensive end.
3rd steal. Hall has 9 points, 9 boards. Timpson late WNBA debut these final minutes. From the Indiana Fever. Thanks for watching.